hello. Okay, so if you haven't caught up on your episodes of The Real and the Raw season 1, episodes 1 through 6, go do that right now. Right now. Like, what are you waiting for? There's so many gems that were dropped in those episodes that I want you guys to know about. Okay, so go check it out. But what's up? This is going to be a little bit different. This is not going to be an edited video. This is just, I'm at home, have something I want to speak on, so I'm gonna speak on it. And I did mention that I would be doing these little videos while we prepare season 2. So yeah, but basically, I just want to talk about, and this might seem funny to some people, but I want to talk about how there are so many things that we take for granted. And there's so many things that we don't see as blessings because we're so used to having them. And I want to talk about how we forget to be grateful for where we're at, what we have in this moment. And I know that's hard for some of us, right? Especially me right now, who's dealing with, I'm still grieving and still dealing with PTSD and the symptoms of it, and still just dealing with all the other wear and tear that comes with the hard experiences that we have in life, right? And so for anybody that is not aware, I always reference like the last 2 years of my life because they've been pretty rough, pretty hard. They've been full of loss and heartache, and obviously good times as well. But that's one of the things too. I feel like, we think back on our lives and we think of like the benchmarks of like the biggest events, right? And we forget all the little small things in between. We forget, just the fact that you woke up this morning, the fact that you smelled a rose, the fact that, you had a conversation today. Like, those are things to be grateful for. And I feel like we look forward to, and we see things as good or bad, and those big things like I lost someone, or graduation, or a wedding, or a funeral. And that's how we remember things, and we forget, the little things that also make up life and make things, worth living for. So in 2017, I suffered a miscarriage. It was my first pregnancy, first miscarriage. It was a fresh, weird, new experience, and it was weird because not many people wanted to talk about it. A lot of people deemed it some shameful thing or this taboo thing that we shouldn't talk about, and I'm here to let every woman know, miscarriage, stillbirth, whatever it is, if you dealt with a pregnancy that didn't end well, don't feel shamed about it. It doesn't make you less than a woman. There's nothing wrong with you. You're still worthy, you're still able, and you are still woman, despite what anyone may have to say about that situation. And take your time healing. It's going to take a while. You're really never going to fully be over it. You're always going to think about it. It's always going to make you sad. You're always going to see these little things, especially like for me, who it's been, almost 3 years, or 3 years actually, and I don't have children yet. And so, it's just a constant reminder of something that you may not have, or something that you thought you were going to have. And then it was kind of like, no, this is not happening after all. So be gentle with yourselves, for all my women who are dealing with that. So then in 2018, I lost my paternal grandmother. And this one was hard because though she wasn't always physically around, she was always present in me and my siblings' life. She just lived in a different state. And so it was hard because we got the call. We weren't there. We didn't get to attend her funeral. We didn't get to say final goodbyes or anything like that. We found out over the phone. And I had to send what I had to say in an email at her funeral. And I didn't even, that's just hard. You want to be able to get that closure, right? So there's a lot of us who are dealing with things that we didn't get any form of closure. And it just makes the healing process that much harder. And then in April of 2019, so just a few months ago, I lost my brother. And not only did I lose my best friend, the person that I looked up to, the person that I followed and did everything after, I literally watched with my own two eyes as he took his last breaths. And then I had to turn around and tell all of my family, and tell my mom, and tell my dad, and tell his best friends what happened. So that event alone has made me feel like broken. It's kind of like a what next, I've already dealt with so much hurt. I've already dealt with so much pain. It's like, what else is there? Like, is there really anything worse than this? And if there is, like, I don't want to experience it. I kind of want to run away from that as much as possible. But I bring these things up and I share these things because I know there's somebody out there who's hurting in similar ways than me, or probably wondering if they're going to make it through this hard time, just like I was a few months ago, and even to this day, because healing is a long process, and it's a tiring process, and it looks ugly some days and looks beautiful other days. It really just depends. So I want us to get that idea of what we have in our minds of what healing looks like, and throw it out the door, because it's not some quick process. It's not something like, it's been a week and now I'm back to normal. Like, I don't know if you really ever go back to normal. I think it becomes a new normal. You figure out how to cope and how to deal with the cards that you've been dealt. But do you ever really go back to the person or the way that you were before that tragic event happened? I'm not quite sure that you do. And would you really want to, though? Because these events, good or bad, they're happening to us for a reason. And we may not always understand that reason. We may not always like that reason. And quite honestly, we may not even respect that reason. But it's for a reason, no matter what. And the main thing is for you to grow and learn. And I know, when we deal with these hard things, it doesn't feel like we're growing, right? It feels like we're kind of stuck in one place. But you are growing. You're growing on how you accept and allow yourself to feel your emotions, on how you express these emotions. We're growing and learning how to deal with such hard things, but still move on and be happy with our lives and what we do have. And I feel like, when we deal with these hard things, especially me, I'm speaking on this because this is a situation that I've dealt with. Everything becomes negative. Right? You had a loss, or you especially with the miscarriage, because I want to be a mother, obviously, and so you feel robbed, and you feel like I can't be happy until, or I can't be happy unless, or I won't even allow myself to get a glimpse of what happiness may be because, and we're not being fair to ourselves, and we're also not being realistic, and we're not being grateful for what God has given us. And for anybody that doesn't believe in God, replace God with whatever it is that you feel gets you through what you've gone through, what you may go through. But for me, it'll be God, okay? But I feel like oftentimes we get so caught up on what was taken from us, what we don't have yet, what we've been praying for, and how life just can't be good until we have the house, the car, the family, our loved ones, right? But why? We really gonna be that ungrateful that we're gonna miss all the little things in between there? We're gonna miss, the house that we're in now, the clothes that we have now, the food that we eat every day, waking up every morning, being able to smell, to see, to hear, to touch, to walk, to move, to run, to go to work, to have a phone to pick up, to have a TV. And I don't mean these in just material things, but like having working organs, right? Having breath in your body, having family to call family, friends to call friends, new socks, the little things, right? That flower that bloomed that we saw, that bird that we witnessed flying through the air, that leaf that we watched gently flow until it hit the ground. Those are all blessings as well. Life isn't about what you can take and put in your backpack and store and keep and hold close to you. Life is about how do you bounce back from the hard times? How do you learn and grow from every experience that you've had, whether it be good or not? Because so often I feel like, we have these negative experiences and we feel like there's nothing to be done with them. No, there was something to learn from that experience. there was something that you could take from that experience and grow from. You know, everything doesn't have to be glitter and gold for life to be okay, for you to be okay with life, for you to be like, life is good, right? We don't have to have new Jordans. We don't have to have that baby that we've been praying for. We don't, in the moment, I mean, like eventually I pray that we all get what we you know, want out of life. But I'm saying this because I want us to start focusing on the small gestures that God does over our lives every day. You know, getting you to and from safely, right? Getting your hair done, allowing you the means to do that, allowing you the means to socialize and love and grow and everything, right? Like, I know I've said this before, like, I don't think I'll ever be truly happy until like, no. Why can't I be truly happy with where I'm at right now, what God is blessing me with? And yes, it's in the midst of a storm. Yes, there are, you know, every day is not going to be sunshine and roses. Yes, I will face battles. Yes, I will face these times where it kind of knocked me down and I have to get back up. But why can't I still be thankful for that, right? Why can't I fall down and be thankful that I had to fall down right now so that when I get back up and I face that same challenge 10 years from now or something similar, I know how to handle it. I know how to get through it, because 10 years ago I fell down. God knocked me down. 10 years ago, I got up. And 10 years ago, I learned from falling down that I can get up, that there's growth in getting up, and that there's growth in also falling down and taking a second and taking a breath while you're on the ground to realize where you're at, what you have, and where you want to go. Sometimes you have to have 10 steps backwards to go 20 steps forward. And we should allow ourselves to be okay in those moments. Like, no, it doesn't mean be content. No, it doesn't mean stop fighting for what you want and working hard for what you want. It just means that it's okay to be where you are. It's okay to feel how you feel right now in this moment. And it is okay, and you can allow yourself to be happy. And when I say be happy, no, it doesn't mean walk around with a smile 24/7 and be fake. No, you still allow yourself to feel the roller coaster, because life is a roller coaster. It's not just one straight road. It's ups and downs, it's twists and turns. Sometimes you fall. Sometimes it takes you a while to get back up. But that doesn't mean you still can't find peace in those moments. You know, something to be grateful for. And it could just be one small little thing. Right? It doesn't have to be anything big. The point is that be grateful for your hard times, because they teach you how to hustle, right? Be grateful for your pain, because it teaches you and it shows you how great and meaningful the pleasure is. Be grateful for the times that you fall down and smack your face hella hard. Be grateful for that. Because it makes standing up on your own 2 feet mean that much more and be that much more worth it, and that much more satisfying. Like, would that diploma mean anything if you didn't almost fail? Would it mean as much? No, because it was smooth sailing all the way through. You just got it, you kept going and whatever. But that diploma means more when you know, maybe had to drop out and then re-enroll, or fail out a semester, or transfer to a few schools, or whatever the situation is. You know, would that child make you as happy and as fulfilled and blessed if you didn't have to know what it felt to not have one? You know? Everything that we go through is designed to not keep us from our happiness, but to show us that happiness isn't that ideal picture that we painted in the 3rd grade of the house with the white picket fence, the dog, the husband, and the 5 kids. It's not the perfect job. It's not the mansion. It's not the brand new car, right? Happiness is knowing that I fought for this. I prayed for this. I worked hard for this. I struggled for this. I fell 5 times and still got up and got this. Happiness is knowing, like, okay, there's beauty in this terrible, hard-ass struggle that I've been going through. But what's beautiful about it is that each step of the way, I'm adding some more knowledge to my bag, some more kindness to my bag, some more compassion and empathy to my bag, because now my experience, when I speak on it, I'm helping somebody else deal with theirs and get through theirs, or I'm living proof that yes, you can go through the same things or something similar that I have in these last 3 years, and you can still sit in front of a camera and talk to people about your experiences and about how you came through them and about how you're a better person because of what you experienced. So don't let the world tell you to hurry through it. Don't you tell yourself to hurry through it. Don't tell yourself that you can't be happy until, because, or unless. Tell yourself, this is where I'm at. It's okay to be where I'm at. It's okay to feel how I feel right now. I'm thankful for what I do have in this moment. I'm thankful for even what I don't have in this moment. I'm grateful for the opportunities that are to come. And I'm prepared and ready for them, because I know what it feels like to be knocked down and get back up. And now you have all these extra muscles, right? Because every time you fall down, you build yourself back up and you build yourself back up. And now you got all these muscles and all this armor and all this steel to help protect you and keep you on this journey. I don't know. That's just what I have for y'all for today. So tune in, stay tuned or whatever, because there will be more. There will be different topics. Season 2 is coming out soon. Catch up on season 1 right now on the YouTube channel at Queen Renny Barnes. That's the real and that's the raw, baby. Queen Renny out.